Taylor Swift is the last person that we should be bashing solely for the sake of bashing her. Look, if you don't like her music, that's totally fine. If it's not your cup of tea, I'm cool with that. I happen to love it, but you don't have to. But if that is the only reason that you don't like Taylor Swift, that is a bad reason to continually bash her, specifically from the right side of the aisle. Let me go through a couple reasons why. First things first, Taylor Swift is not a psyop. You have to assume the ability and competency of a lot of incompetent, dumb people in order for that to happen. Yeah, the DNC that can't tie their own shoes without acknowledging the land that they are standing on is going to plot this all out. That's ridiculous. The Babylon Bee had a great headline in which I'll characterize: the DNC has an evil plot to make Taylor Swift an international superstar and then make the Chiefs an NFL dynasty so that Taylor Swift and one of the star Chief players could date, and then they could leverage the media attention to get Joe Biden reelected. Yeah, does that sound dumb? It's because it is. Taylor Swift is not a psyop. Let's stop talking about that in serious terms. And also, and this is probably the most important one, I don't know why we as free market conservatives wouldn't be celebrating Taylor Swift, a person who has provided a product and or a service that has made her fantastically wealthy. If there's any capitalistic mindset out there, I find it difficult to find a better example than Taylor Swift, the person that made $1.4 billion on her Eras tour. Yes, $1 billion. If that doesn't scream free market entrepreneur, I do not know what does. And who hates the free market entrepreneurs that have become billionaires? The side that she supports. And by supports, let's caveat, time out really quick. Yes, she endorsed Joe Biden, but that was really just she baked some cupcakes and said, hooray, yeah, voting. To which I would say, what did you think the female pop star thought? Do you think that she thinks deeply about this? No, probably not. You know why? Because she doesn't have to. So when she goes out and endorses the person that all of her Hollywood liberal elite friends endorse, do you think she puts that much time and effort into it? No. The last thing that we want is to bash her so hard that she does take it seriously, because if she wanted to be, Taylor Swift could be the most powerful political force not only in the country but on the planet, and I stand by those words. Probably most importantly, I don't know if a lot of conservatives recognize this, but we have a common enemy, us and Taylor Swift. Have you heard of Taylor's versions of the songs? You know why that happened? Well, because the label sold the master files of her original music to...
My entire catalog was sold to Scooter Braun's Ithaca Holdings in a deal that I'm told was funded by the Soros family, 23 Capital, and the Carlyle Group.
Soros family.
Oh snap! Taylor Swift also hates George Soros? We hate George Soros. So on top of the fact that we should be celebrating her free market entrepreneur mindset, we also hate the same guy she hates that has caused a crazy stir-up in her own career. It doesn't really make sense why we would bash her for the sole purpose of bashing her, because one, she could go hard in the paint and decide, yeah, screw these people, I'm gonna go full-blown political and influence the huge amount of people that I can influence. And two, the other side that likes her, all of the socialists that are like, yay, Taylor Swift endorses a Democrat, they hate everything about what she does as a free market capitalist minded entrepreneur who has done very, very well for herself. So at the end of the day, let's keep our eye on the ball here and not fixate so much on a person who probably should be celebrated by us. And lastly, I would like to read a line from Taylor Swift's most recent #1 song, or at least one of the most recent #1 songs. Did you hear my covert narcissism I disguise as altruism, like some kind of congressman? That is the most based lyric, I think, in a Billboard #1 song in maybe not years, maybe not even decades, but maybe ever. My covert narcissism that I disguise as altruism? Yes! That is the people in Washington, D.C. Mostly Democrats, because they say, we are here to save the world and institute policies that ruin the world. But pretty much all congressmen of any party have that sort of thing. I am a narcissist that wants attention, therefore please elect me, and I'm going to get you to elect me by disguising it as altruism. Holy cow, based Taylor Swift, the capitalistic entrepreneur billionaire who hates George Soros and thinks congresspeople are narcissists. I don't know why we consistently bash this woman.